तो जिस बंदी ने कंपनी सेक्रेटरी निकाल लिया उसके लिए motherhood is a challenge.
This is the most toughest job ever. I love it the most in the world, and I can definitely say that motherhood is the most beautiful feeling ever.
You ever thought your journey would turn out this way?
No ways. I used to be a professor. I could never think that I'll turn into an influencer, and that too fashion.
When did you get married?
I got married in 2015.
Oh, you started after that.
Yeah.
Hi guys, welcome back to the DeviShow. You're on episode number 35. आज की गेस्ट को इंट्रोड्यूस करने से पहले मैं बता दूं, अभी वर्ल्ड कप चल रहा है, इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान. आई नो आप सब अपनी स्क्रीन्स पे घर पे बैठ के आराम से ये देख रहे हो. हमारे एफर्ट्स को, इन छोटे से एफर्ट्स को अप्रिशिएट करो. सब्सक्राइब टू आवर चैनल फर्स्ट बिफोर आई इंट्रोड्यूस माई नेक्स्ट गेस्ट. एंड अगर इंडिया जीतती है आज तो 100% आई थिंक if you watch the whole match and India won, I am getting a subscribe and the vice versa option doesn't apply. आप unsubscribe मत कर देना अगर इंडिया नहीं जीती है. बट ठीक है, रोहित शर्मा विराट कोहली के लिए जज्बा हमारा बहुत अभी स्ट्रॉन्ग है. आई एम श्योर इंडिया जीतेगी. एंड अगर आपने पूरा मैच देखा है, आई नीड अ सब्सक्राइब फ्रॉम यू गाइज. सो आज हम एक और इन्फ्लुएंसर को लेके आए हैं, वेरी बिग कंटेंट क्रिएटर जिन्होंने एक लाइफस्टाइल ब्लॉग से अपना काम शुरू किया था. And later 2022 she was gifted with a daughter and she started as a mom influencer after giving birth to her. And मतलब उन्होंने इतने सारे मुद्दे उठाए for pregnancy, for mental health, how a mom's life is after the kid is born. और इतनी सारी reels में उनको इतना सारा प्यार मिला. In fact I saw one of her reels before I even met her. वो इतनी वायरल हुई थी. तो एंड शी स्टार्ट ब्लॉगिंग इन 2016. तब हमें पता भी नहीं होता था ब्लॉगिंग के बारे में. तो वील सी हर जर्नी, वॉच हर जर्नी फ्रॉम आई थिंक 1 follower to 100k plus followers. Stay tuned. I am just going to pick her up. I'll see you in the end. Bye. Welcome formally.
Of course.
What's up with you? I know मैंने आपको पहले पूछा था तो आप ऐसे हो गए थे कि यार आई एम फ्री, मेरा बेबी अभी हस्बैंड के पास है. एंड आई वाज लाइक भाई मेरा फर्स्ट डे है. और हम दोनों ने म्यूचुअली एक दूसरे को एम्पैथी दी थी कि ओके वी गेट इट.
I understood.
Yeah. So how's it going?
Yeah, it's like going good. I must say, like it's like a job which is a very very hard working job, but at the same time it's like quite rewarding as well.
How's your shift from a lifestyle influencer to a mom influencer now?
The shift is like it's quite evident, but it's a good shift if I might tell you, because my content has been doing so good lately. I've been receiving a lot of good collaborations, and a lot of my reels are going viral.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we see it professionally, the shift is like very good. If we see it in professional terms.
Yeah. But then standing up in front of the camera, going through all these collaborations while you have a full-time job of baby, I'm sure it must be very very difficult.
Yeah, it's actually, I mean, I've worked in corporate, I used to be a professor, I'm a company secretary, so I've worked in colleges. I used to teach law and marketing to, BB and MBA students. And I've done a lot of jobs. I mean, I'm the kind of person who goes after her passions and, try to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, this is the most toughest job ever.
So जिस बंदी ने कंपनी सेक्रेटरी निकाल लिया उसके लिए motherhood is a challenge, bigger challenge.
Yeah, like it's honestly it's such a huge challenge for me.
Oh man. So how are you, navigating through this journey with your family, with your in-laws, with your husband?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I do have a professional help. I have a nanny. Yeah, but apart from that,
that is also a part of the stigma.
Yeah, it's a huge stigma. I mean, people are like, oh my god, you have a nanny, you need not do anything, you need not even lift a finger. But it does not work that way. You cannot, just hand over your baby to someone stranger and just do your thing. It's like, it's a team. Nanny and I, we are a team. So you might have heard of that saying that it takes a village to raise a baby. Yeah, so it works that way. Like, even if you have 5 nannies, I'm sure you will find this job really overwhelming.
And how's the support of your family, your husband been throughout?
My husband's support is actually very good. He's into equal parenting, so he takes care of almost 50% of the duties. But apart from that, I don't have much help. I mean, if I'll be honest, So I mean, this is how it is.
All right. So since the professional aspect is growing, what's the plan now?
I just intend to, continue my motherhood blogging journey because, I feel it relates to a lot of women. I used to think that life as a woman is tough since my childhood. But like the moment I got pregnant and announced my pregnancy on Instagram, I realized it's a whole new world out for, mothers or, to-be mothers. It's so tough. People just come up to you and, they tell you whatever they want to. They could start criticizing you. I mean, it's like they feel that it's a public domain. You can just go and walk up to a mother and you can just tell her whatever you want to, even if it's like not pleasant or even if it's offensive to them. So I started creating my content on those issues only, and I did not expect that it will relate to so many of mothers out there. But it is. So feelings are mutual, I suppose.
That's what makes the content even more relatable, when they also are feeling the same thing, but they cannot articulate into a reel, into a funny pun.
Exactly.
What were the worst comments that you still? There are some things that are instilled in your mind. वो ऐसे बोलते हैं ना कि वो दिमाग में रह जाता है. What were some during your pregnancy?
It was like, I was not well during my pregnancy. A lot of women, they aren't. But there's this stigma in society that you cannot say anything negative about pregnancy. You should romanticize it, you should glamorize it, you should do, fancy these shoots and stuff. But you should not put out what is the reality. So whenever I used to put out the reality that, my health is not okay, I'm not feeling mentally well, people they used to come up to me and they were like, it's normal. It happens to everybody. So since it happens to all the women, you should be happy and you should go a certain way about it. Yeah. And you should not try to put reality. So it was so offensive. Even the people, who are my friends or who have had babies, even they were so critical of me. I mean, they were like, it's normal. It happens to everybody. So why are you putting these things out? You are so lucky. You are getting to have a baby. A lot of women, they can't even conceive. But what they don't understand is, others' suffering or others' problem, they do not diminish our issues. They do not diminish their problems. But it's so hard for people to understand that.
Let's talk about the virtues of pregnancy while we are here.
Of course.
Ever since, I think she was born on 5th of November.
Yeah.
And the first birthday is very close.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm so nervous.
She shares the same birth date as my father.
Oh really? Yeah. Oh, that's so cute.
I read it and that's how I remember. I'm very bad with dates otherwise.
That's so awesome. Yeah.
So I'll tell you one thing, me and my fiance, we were literally scrolling through our chats 2 साल पहले की कि हमने एक दूसरे को I love you कब बोला था, because we both don't remember the date. Right. And we both don't know when to celebrate our anniversary. So yeah, I'm that bad with dates, but the fact that your baby was born on 5th of November is so special.
Yeah, it truly is actually.
So how was it like your pehle to, I think let's break down the day when you were, and I think you didn't choose the normal delivery, you went for
a C-section. Elective C-section. Yeah, I chose it out of my wish. So I clearly told my doctor that no, I'm not mentally capable of tolerating birth pains. So I'll take the easy route, and that's why I went for C-section.
Okay. Uske piche kya stigmas the?
Oh my god, I can't tell you. I mean, even still, I receive such critical comments on my reel. They're like, it's an easy way out. If you're born as a woman, then you should, do your duties and stuff like that. I mean, I don't get it, our medical science, it has done wonders since here. We are developing. What used to happen is, we used to get cold before, a lot of people, they used to pass away even from a minor cold because there were no treatments or anything. But our, science, are developed, our medical fraternity, they keep on doing researches and they found solutions and treatments for a lot of disease. So do we say no, we are supposed to suffer and we are supposed to suffer and we are supposed to die of cancer or whatever else? No, we do not. We go ahead and choose the easy route. We choose the route which is beneficial for us, for our health. But when it comes to women health, It's like, it's the same thing which used to happen in 50s or 60s, I suppose.
Yeah.
See, all the delivery processes, birth processes, they are same. There is no pain management for women. They're still supposed to suffer. There is no awareness about prenatal depression and postpartum depression. And like, even if we try to route a slightly easier route, even C-section is like no joke. You undergo a surgery, but it's comparatively easier than vaginal birth, like if I must say. So even then people are like, no, if you're born as a woman, then you should like suffer. Even today itself, I received a comment on my reel which said that you should not feed baby formula. A lot of mother, what they do is they feed their baby formula and then they go to sleep. So what? I mean, won't she's a human being? Like, won't she like go to sleep? I mean, obviously she also needs 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but no, it's not like that. Like, we are just expected to suffer and suffer in silence.
Yeah, we can't create a drama around it.
Yeah.
So when you were choosing this, how did your doctor help you make this decision easier for you? If you want to highlight which doctor you went ahead with.
Of course. Yeah, so I switched 6 doctors during my pregnancy, and I mean, I am not at all ashamed of this fact, because obviously I wanted the best person who could understand me and my specifications and like what I want to, and who also respects my bodily autonomy and dignity as well. So finally I found Dr. Priya Gupta from Cocoon Hospital, and she is truly a goddess. She literally treated me like her child, although she always encouraged me to go the vaginal birth way, but when I specifically told her that I am not mentally capable of enduring hours of pain, so she supported my decision, and she like agreed to my wishes of going to C-section. And like she's such a good doctor. She understands you, she never judges you for your choices. So like that was all about it.
Yeah, that freedom is, I think, enough.
Of course, that is what, even if I want to go and I want to hurt myself, I want to cut myself with a knife, this decision should be mine. It should not be society's, कि नहीं आपको नहीं करना है, you should not go for normal delivery, or you should not go for C-section delivery. Why don't we leave it to women? And you'll find it so astonishing, even in operation theatre, even in most of the hospitals, even if a woman will go and she'll say that I want C-section, I don't want to undergo normal delivery, doctors will not listen to her. They'll be like, no, we need your husband's consent, no, we need your family's consent. This is the reality. And there is no law that states that you need your husband's consent or your family's consent for that, but it still happens. Until and unless your husband do not give consent for the C-section thing or like whatever else, I mean, doctors do not proceed with that.
Oh man,
a lot of women are stuck with vaginal birth due to this reason only.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, it truly is.
You need to, I think, talk about some light subjects, because this is getting too overwhelming.
Yeah, it's getting very intense.
It's like a reality check,
Yeah, right, because nobody talks about it. I did not see anybody talking about it on social media or Instagram or even in newspapers, or like there are no seminars about it. Right. No, nothing.
And what about when you first held your baby?
Well, to be honest, I was like, I was in pain and everything. So I mean, obviously I could not connect with her the moment I saw her, like they show in those videos that I did not start crying, to be honest, looking at her. And I mean, I'll be honest, I did not feel connected to her in the instant, but after some time, obviously I started spending time with her, and now obviously I love her the most in the world, and I can definitely say that motherhood is the most beautiful feeling ever. I mean, before this I used to think that love for your partner, love for your husband is something which is like truly out of the bounds, but now I can say that there is no love as intense and as beautiful as mother's love towards her child. It's like whenever I hear any romantic song, I just connect it to my baby. I mean, it's like, so I start crying, I just start crying looking at her. I mean, I'm so overwhelmed with love a lot of times that I start crying, and I'm like, oh my god, this is my baby, this is my child. So I mean, it's like so beautiful. And I was so anti-child, if you will see my Instagram or anything, I was like so anti-baby. I like had a baby 9 years after my marriage, so I mean
What changed your mind then?
God changed my mind. A lot of things that just happen, It's like that. But now I can vouch for it. If I would not have gone this route, I would have missed out on the most beautiful love of my life.
Wow. I'm sure those 9 years you might have heard a lot of things additionally. मतलब ये तो अलग journey है, but being married and you know without a baby for 9 years, I think that's again a
it was such a huge fight, you know. It's like each and every person who used to meet me after marriage, they were like, oh, when are you giving the good news? Oh, so when we are like having a little one, and you know, it was like that.
Yeah.
But I truly cherished those 9 years as well, because you know, I traveled so much, you know, I did whatever I wanted to, I pursued my passions, you know, I went like for this blogging thing. Actually, I started blogging in 2016 itself. There were only
I really want to go back on your journey and decode it.
Of course, I would love to.
Please, 2016 में मतलब blogging कैसे आपने career सोचा?
People did not even know about it, you know, like what is the blog and what is blogging and Instagram blogging was, so it was like people used to think we are models actually, but we were not models, you know, we were bloggers who used to actually write blogs. So I had a blog, you know, since 2012. You know, DesiPandora.com. So it used to do so good. I used to receive so many views, you know, around 10 lakh views a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why DesiPandora?
It's like, you know, I wanted to inculcate a lot of things, you know, I wanted to do fashion, travel, lifestyle, you know, health, fitness, a lot of things. So yeah, Desi Pandora box is a box which has a lot of things, and Desi since because it's, you know, my Indian wala Pandora, so that's why I named it Desi Pandora. Yes. So yeah, so then, you know, it was a sudden onset of Instagram blogging as well, and I created my account on Instagram, and with God's grace it started doing so good. So yeah, this is how there were very few bloggers at that time. I think I can count on my fingers. There were only 8 or 10 bloggers, including food and fashion bloggers.
Oh
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it was so good. I mean, at that time, bloggers were treated like celebrities. You will not believe. I mean, when we were invited to any restaurant or, you know, any brand launch or anything, we were literally treated like, you know, oh my God, that's a celebrity. The owner used to come and he used to ask us, what I can improve, what I can do to, you know, make things better, and like So that was such a beautiful time until 2018. Things were very good.
Wow. And आपकी पहली collaboration किसके साथ थी?
My collaboration was with Nykaa, I still remember.
First?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they did an event in Jaipur in Rajmahal Palace.
Okay.
Yeah.
By that time it was a small company or?
Yeah, it was a small company and they had just launched and they had received their, you know, funding. So they did a huge event in Rajmahal Palace Hotel.
Oh wow.
Now which is Sujan Rajmahal, yeah. So it was such a beautiful event, you know. A lot of national bloggers also came, like Shreya Jain and, you know, Akriti Rana Singh and stuff. Yeah, so it was like so beautiful.
Wow. Like the first, you know, it was a hit show, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. And ever since then, like पहले आप जब job कर रहे थे,
right?
You ever thought your journey would turn out this way?
No ways. You know, I used to be a professor. I mean, I used to be in teaching field. I used to wear sari every day, and you know, I used to go and teach students. I mean, it was a very serious sort of job, and you know, I could never think that, you know, I'll turn into an influencer, and that too. I mean, more major of my focus was on fashion. So yeah, it was like such a 360-degree change, but I'm so glad that, you know, things turned out the way they did. Yeah. My husband also supported me so much. He encouraged me to, you know, pursue my passions, and he was like, yeah, you don't worry about anybody else. People might think it's, you know, modeling or whatever, but you just go and do your thing.
When did you get married?
I got married in 2015.
2015?
Yeah.
Oh, you started after that?
Yeah, actually he gave me the confidence to, you know, go this way.
Wow.
Right, yeah, so good partner is, you know, very important.
Yeah. Wow. So when you got married, you were working?
Yeah, I was working as a professor. Yeah, I worked in Biani group of colleges, and I worked in, you know, Karni College, Rawat College, a lot of, colleges. I taught in these colleges. I was working then, but then,
you know, subject?
I used to teach law and marketing.
Oh, okay.
Company law and marketing was my forte, so yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Or up like if you compare the two, which one would you pick if you go back in reverse?
And I'll be honest, teaching was a very, very amazing job. You know, the kind of respect that you get. My initial followers were my students only. You know, because, you know, I used to teach in a college and there were like 5,000 to 6,000 students there, and almost all of them, they know you.
Yeah.
And even now, whenever I come across any of my students or anybody, they treat me with such respect. It was such a beautiful job, but the thing is that the hours were demanding. It was from morning 7:37 to evening 6. It was a very demanding job. Apart from teaching, you need to do a lot of other things as well. A lot of administration things, and a lot of paperwork was also included in that.
Right.
So yeah, like I was done with that. I wanted to do something creative.
And you said, like, after you started blogging, I think 2 years were very good, and then you were mentioning that 2018 tak sab sahi tha.
Right.
Then what happened?
It was like there was a sudden influx of a lot of influencers, and brands also. I mean, they started taking influencers for granted because obviously there were so many influencers. Demand was less and supply was more, so obviously this was bound to happen.
Right.
So yeah, the people, they stopped doing paid collaborations and paid promotions, and things just went downhill from that. From then onwards, and then lockdown came, so all these events and etc. they all stopped happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, but now I've been seeing, like, since last 1 or 2 years, like the things are getting better again.
Right.
Yeah, I've been seeing like a lot of brands are coming up, and they are offering, like, paid collaborations to bloggers. And the thing is that, like, a lot of us, like people like me, we do not work for paid collaborations. We actually want to influence people in a positive way, and I've been doing it since 2015. I've been talking about issues such as body shaming and mental health since then, when it was not a trend. So I actually used that. This is why people connect with me well. I mean, I feel that. I mean, I might be tooting my own horn,
but I'm sure you can talk about your audience who has been loyal to you throughout.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel that a lot of influencers, we also work for respect, and and if that is there, so we don't mind doing an unpaid collaboration as well. But yeah, obviously paid collaboration is also always a plus. But yeah.
Right. I was just sitting with an influencer a couple of days back, and we were talking about how barter collaboration have just spoiled the industry for a lot of good bloggers in the industry.
I could not agree more.
But still, do you have any new collaboration waiting for you, or your dream collaboration that you want to?
Yeah, I recently had a collaboration with Apple. So yeah, I mean, obviously
you went to Imagine store.
Yeah,
I saw the reel.
Yeah, so
I was going through your reels, so पहले तो मेरे को वो दिखी कि you were going for your C-section.
Yeah.
Like, she looks very relaxed, and I could see that happiness on your face. It's by choice, and it's you were just glowing.
I was so confident going into it because I knew what will be waiting for me. And in normal delivery, you do not know that. I mean, hats off to women who go through it. Hats off. They are very strong. Yeah. But the thing is that now, I mean, first of all, you just keep on waiting. Oh my God, when will pain start appearing? And then you have to it might go on for 3 hours or it might go for 30 hours. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, so I mean, and C-section is such a easy process. Like, it gets done within half an hour or so. So yeah, it's like that.
Dream collaboration. So one you did with Apple, and then any thing that you're looking forward to? I mean, to be honest, I'm not that ambitious. I'll be honest. The thing is that even if collaborations come or they do not come, like, I just focus on my work and my content. So it's like that. So honestly, there's no dream collaboration or anything, such like that. I do not take these things that seriously, I'll be honest. And if I do not like something, which does not go with my ethics, I clearly refuse. Like, I've done exclusive pumping. I did not directly breastfeed my baby. So I did exclusive pumping. So, a lot of, these, electric pump companies, they approached me for collaboration. But I refused because, it was not ethically correct, It might rub off a lot of women the wrong way. It might, give, not a good example to a lot of women who already struggle with breastfeeding. Right. So I clearly said no for that collaboration. I was like, no, I'll not support any brand. Whilst there were a lot of bloggers who did not even, did pumping or whatever else, but they accepted these collaborations just for the sake of obviously monetary benefits. Yeah, but to each their own. But yeah, the thing is that I do not accept collaborations which go against my ethics. It's fine. Right. The best thing for me is, my followers love, the recent one of my reel which went viral. So it received more than 10 lakh views.
So like I mean that's a win for me actually, because people related with that reel so much, and it made me so happy that it made me feel that I'm not the odd one out. Because Divisha, the thing is that actually moms feel that they're not doing good. Every other mom, she's doing so great, and I'm lagging behind. I'm not like catering to my baby in the best way possible. So such reels, they put out this notion that it's okay to be imperfect.
Right. I was simply scrolling through. I'm not like my algorithm is not very mom like अभी. I'm sure जैसे मैं आपका algorithm अगर मैं envision कर पा रही हूँ ना, तो उसमें a lot of moms are doing a lot of stuff because वो आप search भी वही करते हो तो आता भी वही है.
Exactly.
And एक बार मैंने देखा था like a mom making these tiffins, and I watch a lot of good healthy recipes type का, तो उस वजह से आया होगा. And that tiffin was oh my god, मैंने अपनी life में नहीं देखा है ऐसा tiffin. I'm sure you would be seeing all of this. उस बंदी ने I think 1-2 घंटा लगा के proper सजा के cutouts से पता नहीं apple को काट के, and at that moment I was thinking कि यार जो moms ये नहीं कर पा रही, उनको कितना बुरा लगता. I'm sure she is doing with a very happy heart, और सब बहुत अच्छा है. But जो moms वो टाइम नहीं निकाल पा रही, जिनको फाइनेंशियली या उनके पास टाइम कंस्ट्रेंट्स हैं, और जस्ट दे आर नॉट डूइंग वेल इनफ टू make like a happy meal instead of a tiffin. So मतलब it's a constant influence of all of these things. यार तुम कम कर रहे हो.
Exactly. There's this term which is very prevalent, Instagram mommy. So it's like Instagram mommy is somebody who is perfect in everything, whatever she does. So it's like she prepares such beautiful dishes for her baby. She wakes up early before her baby. She dresses up well, and she's all decked up, and she does everything so perfectly. But she does not exist in real life, to be honest. And there are a lot of women who do not have financial help, you do not have professional help, you do not have their family's help. Right. I can only imagine how they might be barely surviving each and every day. So I agree with what you said. There is a lot of pretentious things also on Instagram.
Yeah, can be intimidating at times. And I think वो तो हर profession में या हर domain में ही हो रहा है life के, कि लोग इतना better कर रहे हैं कि सामने वाले को लगता है कि I am doing less. But as a mom who is bringing up another child, I am sure it would be very difficult. So I think more power to you for doing what you are doing.
Thank you.
We were talking about collaborations. So because I want to talk about a little now about how जो भी as an influencer grow करना चाहते हैं, and let's say moms that are watching you or other females that are watching you, and they want to grow in this industry and want to earn, उनके लिए what suggestions do you have?
Like, to be honest, Divisha, I won't recommend choosing this as as your primary profession. I'll always recommend keep this as your secondary profession. Have something else which might give you a stable income, because the world of Instagram, it looks so glamorous from far away. It looks like, wow, I mean, she's so good, she's getting all these invites, she's getting free liquor, she's getting free food and stuff like that. Right. But the thing is that it's so challenging as well. And you might have seen a lot of influencers, they suffer from mental health issues as well, because this field is very tough. There's a very cutthroat competition. There are no friend of yours, and even if you might be doing great for 2 years, but things might change within a year or so. But the thing is that if you really want to go ahead, just focus on your content, keep on creating content, and be consistent. This is the only way which I feel is the best way to go about Instagram influencing is just be constant, and create good content which might relate with people. Right. And follow a genre, and just go ahead with that instead of trying to do everything. So this is what I feel. And you can also reach out to brands yourself if you want to. You might start with small collaborations, and then if you start doing good, brands will obviously they'll approach you themselves.
Right. Are you in that zone where you are approaching brands?
No, I mean, honestly, I don't have time, and I feel like after devoting 7-8 years to this industry, I feel that I've created a stature of myself that I do not need to go ahead and approach brands. So I'm like, okay, if brands come to me, it's fine, and if it's not, then also it's fine.
Okay. And if we look at this industry financially,
right?
So, if a blogger is doing good, what is the मतलब obviously good के भी इतने सारे levels हैं इसमें that it's very difficult to understand. But एक monthly जैसे हम full time अगर किसी को grow करना है इस चीज़ के अंदर तो what salaries or what sort of a bracket they can expect from?
The thing is that paid collaborations start from 1,000 rupees per collab to it can go up to obviously 4-5 lakh rupees per collab. Like the top influencers of our country, they are obviously earning this much amount.
Yeah.
And I mean, take example of the Boho girl and Akriti Singh, they are charging 3 to 4 lakhs, and I've seen them growing in front of my eyes because they all started at that time
Similar
itself.
time.
Yeah, they had limited following. They used to interact with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And the thing is that they still do. I mean, I feel that they still interact with their loyal followers. So yeah, it's like that. But the thing is that the ones who are earning very lucrative amount, it's only 1%. And yeah, and back to, I mean, there are a lot of bloggers. There are micro influencers, there are nano influencers.
Right.
Then there are the big ones. So yeah.
The fact that you shifted from one niche to another,
Right.
It worked in favor of yours. And उस time क्या आपने analytically सोचा था कि okay, this is working or this is not?
The thing is that actually I was not doing it right. I was doing lifestyle blogging. So sometimes I used to do travel, and then sometimes I used to do food, and then sometimes I used to do fashion. So this was the reason that I was not growing at that speed which I should have. The thing is that, but when I switched my focus onto a single genre, that is mom blogging. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I feel that my growth has been quite satisfactory. So yeah, this is one mistake which a lot of influencers make, but I'll just suggest them, but do not go after others. Do not see because your favorite influencer is doing this, I should also do this. You should also see like what's your strength, and then you should go over, because I've seen a lot of people who are so basic, but I mean they're interested in cooking, they're doing such good cooking videos and stuff, and they are like growing, I mean even from that, so genre could be anything. You might have seen there are a lot of like doodle makers, they have grown overnight. Like they're, so the thing is that you should focus on what is your strength,
right,
and then you should go after that. And also please do not get into influencer or blogger thing just because everybody else is doing it. So the thing is that you should actually see, I mean, do you have this, like this, I mean, I don't want to be criticizing of like critical of those people or whatever, but you should also see like, do you have that thing to be exist in this industry? If yes, then go about it. Otherwise, just like create reels for your fun, for your own pleasure. So that is also like, I mean, that is also very important.
Right.
Yeah.
And the fact that you said that this should be a side project.
Yeah.
ये side में आप करते रह सकते हो, but your main focus should be a product or a service that you're offering.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you put it so well.
Because एक constant पैसा तुम्हें सिर्फ वो चीज दे सकती है.
Right.
Till the time you grow to a level कि okay, now this can be full time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
That's like my advice as well.
Wonderful.
Also, the brands should also have realistic expectations. I've seen a lot of brands, they're like, how many sales can you get us, how many sales can you get us?
Yeah.
So it's like, whenever you give an ad in newspaper, do you go and ask like Dainik Bhaskar people ki, how many sale will you give us? No. So the job of bloggers and influencers is like, I mean, honestly, a lot of people say that bloggers are salesperson. No, we are not salesperson. We are giving you exposure. We are trying to establish you as a brand.
Yeah.
We are
trying to market you.
Yeah, we are trying to create a buzz.
Market for sales.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like very different. Two aspects are very different. So brands should also have realistic expectation. I've seen like, I can name a lot of brands who have just become successful only via influencer marketing. So people who say that influencers से कुछ नहीं होता, influencers में पैसा waste है.
I can think about Bliss Club.
मैंने
पहना हुआ है अभी ये because कुशाका बिल्ला ने पहना है, because हर बंदी रोज वो बस पहन के घूमती रहती है. It's so irritating.
Bliss Club focused on aggressive marketing.
Influencer marketing.
A lot of the Urbanic Sheen, when they ventured into India, they focused on marketing only. See, I mean, the latest example is the movie Barbie. I mean, everybody, they went gaga, from normal people to influencers. People created reels and stuff like that, and they posted on Instagram, they posted their Barbie avatars and stuff like that. And see, Barbie,
that people were going to the theaters in those pink clothes. And
it was so astonishing to see. I mean, a buzz that a movie has created. I mean, it was so marvelous. But the thing is that influencer marketing is very good if you do it the right way. So yeah, so you just cannot reject this way saying it. I've seen a lot of people, they reject this industry saying, this is nothing. This is just girls doing time pass on Instagram and on Facebook. But no, it's not like that. If you have a good strategy and if you go right way about it, it can do you it can do some good for your brand.
What are the right kind of brands for you that you are manifesting?
I think obviously things related to motherhood. I think those brands.
But since you're saying formula brand आया था, I rejected.
Right.
तो कुछ ऐसा product हो या कुछ.
I'm focusing on trying to do best for my baby. I do not share these milestones on Instagram because I do not want other mothers to feel bad. So I do not give any screen time to my baby. So maybe a lot of books or such interactive games or something which are actually good for mental development of babies. I think they are my target, my market. They are my target clientele. So I feel that these things, they connect with me. Also I used to be plus size for a long time. I just lost weight. Otherwise I used to be in XL size. So I feel a lot of inclusive clothing brands, they are my, and as a mother I want best for my baby. So there are a lot of brands who are doing harmless, who are producing harmless products, no dye or anything, no chemicals or anything. So I would love to promote such products,
Basically ethical brands.
Yeah, ethical brands. And also I would really love to connect with someone who is dealing with mental health, because a lot of mothers they struggle with mental health issues, but obviously there is nobody who is focusing on these things.
Right. Even
it's so sad, but even medical professionals, they do not put emphasis on that. They just keep on rejecting it, saying it's normal, it happens with anybody, all the women, it will get better with time. But no, it does not. Postpartum not only exists for few months, but it exists for 2 to 3 years, and it's after effects they can stay for 7 years. So I feel that I would love to collaborate with somebody who is focusing specially on challenges of motherhood.
Wow. Are you seeking therapy?
I know I have taken therapy during pregnancy.
Okay. That?
Yeah, I took therapy post that as well, because it was so important. So maybe I would talk about it some other day in detail. So I thoroughly believe in therapy, and even if you have to go to the medication route, there is no harm. Because all that matters is existing. You go ahead and take treatment for other diseases now. Right. You always take medicines for cold or cough or whatever happens. So I don't think so there is any harm in catering to our mental health.
Oh man, this was a wonderful conversation. I think it's time we close this, even though I don't want to. You've already given me a topic to talk about the next time. So, thank you so much.
Of course.
I hope you come back soon, and I hope you have a lot of fun celebrating motherhood. आपका भी first year complete होएगा with her.
Yeah.
So please have a lot of fun.
It's my first birthday as well.
Yeah. First birthday.
As a new
mom.
Chitrangi.
Yeah. So I wish you all the luck.
Thank you so much.
Wishes. You're sending all the good wishes your way.
Yeah, I wish uncle also from my side. Great minds. I think they are born on 5th November.
All the scorpions in my life.
So many scorpions. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Of course, I love to be here, and I love to share all these things. I used to think that I'll share someday on Instagram or something like that, but I never get time. So it was, such a, good.
It's important to talk about things in detail.
Exactly, right.
And I feel you needed this platform.
Yeah, very much.
To actually, I think, vent.
Right.
So thank you so much for putting it out. You actually made me aware of a lot of things that I had no idea about.
Really?
And, I actually called you up for the interview after I saw that reel of yours. Ki, oh man, seriously, mothers are going through so much and we are not talking about it. Let's talk about
seriously,
it.
Divisha, I don't get it. Why are mothers so avoided there? Why are they so abandoned? Nobody caters to them, neither their family nor doctors, nobody. There's a lot of awareness about mental health now, but I do not see anything about mother's mental health. It has been taken it's for it has been taken for granted. Ki theek hai, mom hai to she has to tolerate this. She has to turn up in her best possible avatar every day. I mean, like, yeah, if we can like talk off camera, it's like, you know, it's so, I mean, so disheartening to see, na?
Yeah.
Like all the mothers I know, they're suffering, you know, they keep on crying, and you know, they're obviously not present for their babies. Even a lot of people, our generation, we have like so many generational traumas or childhood traumas because our parents, obviously our mothers also like underwent all these things.
Yeah.
I don't know, why don't people talk about it? Itna kya taboo hai? Why do everybody wants to prove कि नहीं यार, I'm best mother and I'm perfect, and others also. In fact, the most educated, the most woke people, they also come ahead and you know start criticizing mothers. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, yaar? I mean, wo mother hai, but she's also a human being.
Yeah.
I like someday back I posted something saying fuck. Just like don't post it, but it's like they were like
Your mom.
Yeah, no, a lady, she came, I mean, a woman, she's such a feminist, you know, she's so vogue, you know, she has colored hair, she has piercings, so many piercings, and she's like very, I mean, she goes into all these feminist things and stuff like that, and she came up to me and she was like, Chitrangi, do you think it's appropriate to, you know, use word fuck on Instagram? So you're a mother, you know, so you like, I was like, so what, I'm also a human being, and like, it's not like, hey, I went ahead and hurt somebody and like, or like it's like detrimental for my baby. No, it's not. It was like so disheartening ना. बोला मैं घर से बाहर निकलती हूँ ना, literally from my security guard to my neighbor to you know everybody, they all have a suggestion for me. अरे बेटी को छोड़ के जा रहे हो? अरे लेके जा रहे हो तो आपने socks नहीं बनाया है, आपने ये नहीं करा. It's such a struggle ना every day, and then people are like, why are mothers so annoyed all the time? Like why are so irritated? यार आप imagine करो दिविशा, आपको morning से रात तक everybody is criticizing. Even sometimes your family members, they also start criticizing. कोई करेगा नहीं कुछ भी, but लेकिन they'll come and they'll be like, ऐसे क्यों किया, वैसे क्यों किया? मतलब just imagine, you know, surviving in such a life. I think इतनी abusive job में भी कोई नहीं रह सकता, जबकि job is only for 12 hours. And then, you know, we women, I mean, we moms have to live in this environment for 24 hours. It's like such a, you know, people need to learn basic etiquettes that you should not go ahead and, you know, give your random gyan and suggestions to mothers. Like, keep it to yourself. अपने baby के लिए रखना, उस पे सारा अपना ज्ञान डालना. बहुत ही, it's like very tough.
Very tough. मेरे को actually, I'm shook. My spine is actually shaking. It's sad. Thank you so much. I'm sending all the healing powers to you. I hope you are coming through it as a very strong person, as a stronger person, I'm sure. But hope you heal through all of this.
Yeah, it will take time, but I hope that, you know, I come out of it even more stronger. Like, if not for anybody, for the sake of my baby.
Yeah.
I do not want her to go through from, you know, what our generation went through. I want her to have, you know, best possible beautiful childhood and a mother who is present for her 24/7.
Wow. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.